Hi, I'm Danette James, and this is The Power of 8. Today I have with me 3 of the founders from BKind, which is a nonprofit organization in Maryland. We are missing one of the founders, Buddy. He's not here, but hopefully we'll be able to get him in at some point throughout this video. Hello everybody, thank you for coming. I want you all to introduce yourself, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, Monica, you go.
Hi, I'm Monica, I'm with BKind, and a fun fact about myself would be that I'm a twin, and he lives in Indiana, and I love being a twin.
Awesome. Next.
Hi, I'm Fred. A fun fact about me is I'm Monica's husband. And another fun fact is I'm originally from Chicago, and even though I've been in Maryland for a long time, people immediately can tell that I'm from somewhere else, and they make fun of me when I say pop and stuff like that.
That's cool.
It's not the only reason they make fun of you. I'm Eric, by the way, and I say sometimes inappropriate things. And I like to cook.
We like inappropriateness sometimes.
Well, it's usually it's PG inappropriate.
Okay. Eric does like to cook, and he's really good at it. By the way, Fred and Monica are married. If you did say that, but just in case anybody missed that. All right, so let's get into this. Tell me a little bit about what BKind is, what kind of organization it is, what is BKind? Who wants to talk?
No, well, She was
Okay,
very involved in getting it all set up, 501(c), etc.
Okay.
So, BKind, we are a nonprofit organization. We serve the homeless and needy on Saturdays. We provide clothing, food, hygiene products. So we became BKind exactly a year tomorrow, so happy birthday, BKind. March 9th.
Because whenever this shows,
Yeah.
And on March 9th, and we're really proud of the fact that the 4 founders came together. We have excellent volunteers that are very faithful to us. We have many donors who donate a lot of their time and food, and it's just a real blessing to be a part of this group.
Yep, and something that the way it came to into being is the 3 of us, Eric and Monica and I, actually were part of another volunteer organization that served the homeless in Baltimore City. And we did that for somewhere around 2 years-ish. And then God had put it on my heart that I wanted to do something in Anne Arundel County, because there's a lot of, believe it or not, homeless and certainly needy individuals right in our own backyard. So I discussed it with the founders, and that's how ultimately BKind was born. And as Monica, I think, mentioned, we became a 503(c). And the way we approach it, what I think is really cool is we really haven't asked anybody for anything. We never...
We welcome to you.
Yeah. We never solicit donations. People come to us. We just kind of show up and help organize the pieces, but God is really kind of in control and does a lot of cool stuff through us.
yeah, I remember when Monica and Fred started with doing outreach, it was with the other group, and they were with me the first night, and especially Monica. We went under one of the bridges. This was dark, and she was deathly afraid, and she talked about it the whole time home, that she didn't want to tell her family what she was doing, because they wouldn't want her to go back out again.
That was in Baltimore City?
That was in Baltimore City. But yeah, I know one of the commonalities is all of us take the opportunity to tell everybody. If we're in a small group, we're in with church or any kind of venue, we tell people about the outreach, and that's how people come out of the woodwork to help us. We've had people call, hey, I've got this, can you use it? And we try to never turn down a donation, even if we can't use it at the time, because they may not call again. And we work in conjunction with other groups, so we'll, if we have extra of some kind of food, we'll call them, hey, can you use this? And they in turn will may trade something that they have extra.
That's great, that's great.
And, you know, we do, most of the people we help are actually not homeless, but
Okay, we're gonna
they're
get there.
needy. What's that?
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. Okay. But they're in need, and we really
Yeah.
don't vet. And it goes beyond Saturday, so we pick up whatever day that we can from people, especially
Yeah.
Buddy does it, seems like 8 days a week.
Yeah.
But we help people in need, even if it's during the week and things like that.
That's really great. So you guys basically got started because you worked with that other organization in Baltimore, and you just felt like there was a need in, you know, our county.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really great. And you guys all started together by setting up your own nonprofit and all that. You guys did all that yourself, right?
We did.
Okay, which we all know is a process.
Right,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so outside of working with like that other organization, you know, in the beginning, what made all of you want to get involved with, you know, helping the homeless? You know, why was there that want? Like what, you know, do you feel like it was a calling, or do you feel like something, you know, pulled at you, or?
I can tell you, what got me involved was, my sons were both in addiction. And it broke my heart when they were out on the street and there was no one there to help them. And I wished I would have been able to be there to help them, and I couldn't. And so that was initially what got me started, was I really I saw the need, I saw people that were hurting, that needed help, that needed Jesus, and I wanted to connect with them. And then, as I got more involved, it grew way beyond that. You start seeing so much more needs. It started out with one focus, but then the focus expanded and you see there's such a great need. And I'll tell you, and I think I can speak for everybody, Saturday is our favorite day of the week.
Yeah.
We just love it. If we're out of town or something on occasion and we miss it, we really feel like we've missed something. And we've developed a real good rapport with the individuals. We refer to them as our friends.
Yeah.
Because that's what they are.
And you guys, on Saturdays, it's rain or shine, snow, no matter what.
Well, we're from Chicago, so.
Well,
Yeah, definitely rain or
Yeah.
shine. Actually, not this past Saturday, the one before was the coldest of the year
Okay.
in regards to wind chill and things
Yeah.
like that. It was
Yeah.
no snow or rain, but
Yeah,
we still served 130 people and
That's
had
awesome.
70 volunteers.
that's great, that's great. So do you, in doing all that you do, you know, in helping whether they're actually homeless or there's just a need, do you feel like you're seeing changes in people that you're serving? Yeah.
I'll answer part of that, but I feel like because when I moved here and I started doing all the servicing, I didn't really understand needy, homeless, etc. And I see the lives of so many people changing each and every week. And we have a story or two or three to tell every Saturday.
From one person or from all of them, really?
Right. You know, you see people that are homeless and they're excited to tell us that they got housing. They're excited to tell us they no longer live in their car for 13 years.
Oh, wow.
They just, I think because they trust us and they have become our friends, they get excited just to tell us about their life. And I really believe that with us feeding them, especially, they're getting the nutrition that they need each week. But the lives that have changed is just really incredible.
That's great. What do you think?
Well, and we see people sometimes every week, and you learn their names and you talk with them, you ask them, about their spouse or what's happened to them last week, friends that were in the hospital. We pray with them. That's the biggest thing. It's great for us to give them food and clothing. It's more to bring them closer to God.
Yeah.
We pray every week. That's how we start. It might be a testimony, but we definitely start with a prayer. We have other churches that come with us. We're not affiliated with any church, and we have people that aren't church members, but they've heard about us one way or another. We've had people drive by and say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
And we're saying, "Come on out. You're welcome every week."
that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
really
can I
awesome.
say one
Yeah,
more
go
thing?
ahead,
Because
go
this
ahead.
is really cool. Like Eric said, we put Jesus first. We want to point our friends to Jesus, we want to pray with them, we want to love on them, and then we're going to give them all of the, whatever we can do to help them. But our first priority is really to introduce them to Jesus. And people come to us and say, would you pray with me about this, that? We have prayed with people who have been healed. There have been miracles that have been done in terms of, just yesterday, an individual that we had, he came out first time a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, and he was homeless, he had nothing. The group that was out there, one of the church groups, some of the ladies, God just put it on their heart, they went out and bought him a tent. We had a sleeping bag that we gave to him. They went out and bought him clothing. He was like blown away. And so then yesterday he came up to me, he goes, Fred, I gotta tell you, this is what happened. God made the way, I got a job, but the long story short, he needed $40. And ordinarily, we like don't even bring money because that's not what we're about. We don't, you know, it's always a little tricky when people are asking you for money. We'll give you the coat off our back and the shoes off our feet, which we've all done, but we don't want to give money. But I said, okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I'll make an announcement, and if God puts it on somebody's heart to help out, then we'll do that. And you know, it'll all be confidential. Nobody will know. I'll tell them, give it to me. I'll give it to you. Well, I made that announcement within 5 minutes. We had $50 that was given. I had to go and say thank you very much. People still kept coming up to me. So I went, I gave it to him. He was blown away. So another lady, and this is cool, homeless, in a wheelchair, came out to be served. She's been serving with us on the other side of the table for the past 3 weeks. And she was in distress. There was some personal issues going on with her, and she was crying. And so this individual who we had helped and given the money to came and got me and said, Fred, I think you need to pray with this lady here because she's really going through some stuff. So I went and we did, and he was moved. He knew he had 10 extra bucks. That guy who was homeless took that $10 and tried to give it to her, and she's like, no, I don't need it. No, take it. No, I don't need it. But how cool is that when somebody in need who was blessed and could have easily held on to that 10 was ready to give it away. So that's just some of the stuff that happens. That's why we get so excited about it every week.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and we know, not just believe, that the reason people reach out to us and to help others is because we put Jesus first.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to solicit.
Yeah.
And people just come, and you know, we have a lot of great donors that help us over.
That's really good.
I think where we're located too, we get people from off the path that just come and want to know what we're about. I mean, I've had people come up and just, you know, give us monetary donation off the path just because they're watching what we're doing. And
Off the path is like the bike trail.
Yeah, B&A Trail, and it's really good high visibility area, and so people see us and they're like, wow, what's that all about?
That's cool. That's great.
It is.
Do you think that people in general, people of the world, people of our area, just people, put a label on others that are homeless? You know, do you feel like there's a label that, you know, they choose to be homeless or for whatever, or they're on drugs or whatever it may be? Do you think people put that label on them?
I do definitely.
Yeah, definitely
because,
do. People say, why don't they get a job? And some of them do have jobs,
But there's a lot of situations because a lot of the stigmatism is on the drugs and alcohol. But if you've come out and heard some of our friends' stories, it's nothing like that. It could be, I mean, really, if you think about it, anybody that has a job and they lose their job, they could be in that same situation.
Nowadays, there's so many people who are living 1 or 2 paychecks away from being out on the street.
Yeah.
And you know, it could be, you know, drugs and alcohol, but it's also just a paycheck away from being homeless. And you know, and like we were saying, we do have individuals that are working, but groceries are expensive. And you know, and yes, minimum wage has gone up a little bit, but that's not enough to feed a family of, you know, 4 or 5. What have you.
So you actually have some people who are families. It's not just a person.
Oh, definitely.
What about, you know, you hear some people say, or I've heard people say, you know, they're homeless and they want to be this way. Do you guys see that? That people like, I guess maybe being a wanderer or whatever, do you guys see that?
Yeah, and it's tough for them. I have this one friend who has been out to the outreach. She doesn't come anymore, but she was in a tent, homeless for 17 years. And now she does have housing, but she's having major adjustment issues, and on more than one occasion, she was back in her tent.
So adjustment issues like paying
Well,
bills or?
Right,
Okay.
now she has responsibilities.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know for sure, she probably was getting, some type of government aid
Yeah.
prior, but now that money comes out ahead of time, but she's got a roof over her head and relative safety, but it's just tough.
Yeah.
I equate some of this to people that have been incarcerated for a number of years,
Mhm.
and then they come out to society and things change.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Did you have anything to say?
Oh, well, yeah, so often society in general attaches a stigma to individuals who are homeless or who they see as being on the bottom rung of society. And oftentimes they're marginalized, they're overlooked, they're talked down to. None of those things is how we interact with them. We interact with them as truly our friends. We love them as Jesus loves us. And that's unconditional, and you can't fake that stuff. People see it and they know it, and that's what attracts them. And that's why we started out, when we first started, we were going out to the tents in the woods. We were ministering to, helping about maybe 10 to 12, maybe 15 people each week, going into the woods. And then through various steps, God kind of led us to where we're at now. So we grew from maybe about a dozen people we helped to now, on average, 125 to 150
That's
people
awesome.
each week. And on special events, we've already served 400 plus people.
And, I mean, we'd be remiss not to mention Hands and Feet for Jesus, because they
Yeah.
truly are the ones. These group of ladies have been there for well over 10 years serving the homeless all year long, Saturdays, they make the food and stuff. They really have brought us into their family, you know. And
They're the
we
ones
love
we
them,
came
and
alongside
Oh,
of.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, so one last question. What can people do to help? How can people find you? How can people, if they want to volunteer, so where, do you guys have a website? How do we find you?
So you can come out and volunteer every Saturday. We are there. We set up at, we get there around 11 o'clock. We set up at 11:30. We're served at noon. And then we're done at 1. We also do have a new website. It's BKind.gives.
BKind with BKind, no
Right,
E,
right.
it's all one word, B.
Right.
And also
BKind.
tell the location we're at.
So we are on Aquahart Road. We're behind Brewster's in Glen Burnie. In the big parking lot, you'll see all the cars, and it's neat because a lot of our friends know that we're there, that they start standing in line around 10:30 a.m. And so on our website, there's a blog, there's pictures. We're also on Facebook, BKind, BKind. So
We can link this, okay, we can
Yeah.
link it.
So you can get all the information off there. If you do, there's small groups that come out, there's businesses that want to participate. We can sign you up to bring a meal for that Saturday, or just come out and first see who we are, what we do. But you'll sure to be coming back.
Right, if you happen to have a business that has a product, clothing, food,
Blankets,
especially
pillows,
non-perishable, anything like that, that would be great. If you're an individual or a group and you want to do blessing bags, so blessing bags can be things like, hotel style soaps, shampoos, combs, cleaner, hand soap, a Bible. You can write a handwritten prayer, things along that line.
So because they're an actual nonprofit, if there is a business that would want to come out, or even if you're a regular person, they can give you a donation letter for a write-off if that's something that
Absolutely.
anyone would be interested in. So they also have a Facebook page, which is BKind
Gives.
Gives. Yeah.
All one word.
Yeah.
Here's something else that's really cool is people just give us so much stuff that we have so many volunteers that we have to kind of control it.
Yeah.
Monica is the one who helps organize, and a church group will say, we want to come out. Okay, well, this Saturday we're booked, can you come out this
Yeah.
Saturday? So it's a good problem to have,
And
and
there's like planning that goes behind it. I know you guys like have some warehouse stuff going
Yeah,
on, but,
yeah.
Yeah.
but I think you're gonna get bigger and more people that, be able
Yeah.
to take care of that. for
But
you
we've
guys.
grown if you
Yeah.
just go 6 months back
Mhm.
and then 6, I
Yeah.
mean, we were doing this, even though we're officially, just a year on the 9th, we've been doing this longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
we love it or we wouldn't be here. It's
And-
all-
Yeah, and we serve a lot of individuals. We serve, 125, if not more, during every Saturday. At Christmas, we served 400 individuals.
Okay, that's what I was
so-
gonna, actually get into. So I think I would like to have you back around that time, or to get something out before, because I know that you guys serve a lot. Maybe even, backpack school supplies time, so we can get the word out there a little bit to help you guys.
And our volunteers, we've had volunteers as young as 4 or 5, up to 86 that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
Yeah, my granddaughter is one of them, and we're gonna talk about that in a little
Yeah.
bit, so.
cool.
Okay, this is my mom and my grandmother. They also serve with BKind, so I wanted to talk about what they've experienced and what they do. And then I will go into why they do this. So, Granny, how did you guys get involved with BKind?
Well, the ladies at our church go once a month, and they ask people to volunteer, so we volunteer to help them. And whatever they serve for that day, we, like this next week, they're gonna serve spaghetti. So then they've asked us to bring the salad, and the bread, so different people will do that.
So
And-
BKind tells you what the menu's gonna be?
Oh, no, our ladies at church
Oh, so
decide.
who decided on the spaghetti?
The ladies
Oh,
at
okay,
church.
okay.
They decide each month what they're gonna serve. It's always a hot meal we serve.
And then who provides all the food?
Oh, the volunteers.
We do. Each
All the
person,
women of the
yeah.
church?
Uh-huh.
Well, there's
No,
about,
anybody who
it's
volunteers.
about 10.
Okay.
Anybody who volunteers takes, whatever the lady in charge asks us to take. Each person takes so much.
And you guys serve,
About 125 to
Yeah.
150 people,
and
Every
like
month.
how, every month?
once a month, second or third, second Tuesday, second Saturday of the month.
They also will give them blankets, like a few
Your
weeks-
church or BKind?
Our church.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, we made the blankets that you tie the knots in, and, they're gonna give them out one Saturday.
At Christmas time, they made Christmas stockings, and at
Fill
Easter,
them.
they gave stuff out, and this coming Saturday, they're giving everybody fruit.
Yeah, each holiday, the lady in charge usually, comes up with a theme of some kind and gives them something extra.
Okay. Okay, so why, okay, we're gonna go on how they got involved with this. My grandmother's brother passed away, like about a year ago, I guess.
2 years.
2 years
It'll
ago?
be 2 years.
And for as long as I can probably remember, he's been homeless and, he was addicted and, so, for him being homeless, my grandmother definitely, and my mom joined in, wanted to give back to a place where he was, so.
So I really felt like the Lord was telling me I could serve to help.
To help, like, in
The
a
homeless.
position that he was in,
Right.
yeah.
But I always had my kids serving homeless, and took my kids to places to see people that didn't have.
I
They
never
were
did.
young.
No, I don't think I ever served a
Sarah's
homeless.
house.
Oh, Sarah's house, okay, well,
I never wanted to help serve homeless. They really scared me until, my brother went through, so
so you now see it in a different light.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these people really have a need. I mean, when you see it.
The homeless in Sarasota, though, they have a truck that goes around with doctors.
My uncle
And-
lived in Sarasota,
and
and
they-
that's,
They go around from every homeless site, they take showers, they have doctors, dentists, everything in a truck that goes around every week to help the homeless.
He evidently had been visiting them because he did have a card in his wallet that he had an appointment with them before.
that's cool, that's something maybe we should.
Oh,
So you guys, you like going, you feel like it's important. Do you feel like it has like blessed you, like you get a blessing like they do?
I don't know if I get a blessing like them, but it blesses me to know that you can help them and that they aren't
She
people to be
always brings
afraid of.
shoes for them.
Yeah.
There's a man that always needs a size 12, she always brings shoes at BKind Homeless
That we get 'em from
Week.
church,
She
yeah.
looks for them. And he's always there.
Okay, so my grandmother, they go to a church in Maryland, and their group is called C3 Cares. And part of their church, they have a blessing room. And so on Tuesdays, anybody can come in for a period of time and get items that they need for free. So when she says they get them from church, they get donations like crazy from all kinds of people, and that's how she's able to give some things that the church has been given, and then she takes them to the homeless. So, okay, anything else about BKind?
Good ministry.
Oh, yeah. Something to really get involved in.
Yes, it is.
Really see
Always
how
need
you're,
help.
and you always see how you're helping others.
Yeah. Okay, well, I want to
Thank
thank
you
you
for
guys
helping us
for
get the
coming.
word out.
No problem. I want to finish when each episode we end with #blessed. So just tell me a way that each of you feel blessed.
I think I feel blessed, especially with this organization, because first of all of the founders here are volunteers, and really our donors, they become family to us. And if I wasn't involved in something like this, I'm not sure I would really understand the realm of homelessness, of being needy. I think that more or less, it's made me
More humble.
humble and not selfish.
Yeah.
So,
Fred?
Well, wow, I got so much that I'm blessed about, but I think the most important thing to me that I feel most blessed is I get to be a conduit, that all of this cool stuff gets to flow through, and it's not me. I'm just like, I just like show up, and kind of God works out all the details, and I get to help other people, and it's just changed my life.
So it's a blessing to you, even though you are a blessing them.
Oh, big time. I would venture to say, if you asked all of our volunteers, they don't know who gets blessed more,
You or
them or the people we're serving.
That's amazing. Eric?
Yeah, it's such a blessing. I mean, we're here to serve like Jesus, and that's what we do. And you just feel so good helping these people each and every week.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been told that I learn I have to have no in my vocabulary, but I don't. If somebody needs help,
They're with you.
I go.
Yeah. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for coming. I think we'll be talking with you again soon. I'm gonna have like some of my family who have served with you talk about this as well. So thank you guys, I appreciate it, and
thank you.
that is it for today. You can find me on YouTube at The Power of 8 with Danette James, and I will see you next week. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you for watching this episode of The Power of 8 with Danette James. Please like the episode, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell for a notification. Thanks, and have a great day.